Hello, YouTube. My name is Brandon, and I am an American English teacher currently living in Beijing, China. Between 2003 and 2009, I spent four and a half, five, I don't remember exactly years, working and living in China. And I've been around to a few places during that time, Wuhan, Changsha. Of course, I visited Xi'an, Beijing, a bunch of places, Shaolin Temple, Shanghai. But there were some places I obviously hadn't been to. I mean, China's huge, and you can't really see everything in 1 or 2 years. I mean, maybe if you have a big budget and all you do is travel nonstop, but when you're working and not traveling nonstop, it's a bit tricky. Anyway, these pictures you're currently looking at, I took, all these pictures I took myself in November 2016. I had about a week vacation, so I spent a few days in Xi'an. Maybe I'll make another video about that. And then I went to Luoyang, and that's what this video is about. And all these pictures here were taken at the Longmen Grottoes, okay? And this was my first time to visit this place because it's a World UNESCO Heritage Site. And after having spent so much time in China and having been to the Great Wall 3 times, Forbidden City twice, Shaolin Temple, all these other places I mentioned, I started thinking I need to go some new places. Well, during the summer of 2016, I went to Guilin for my first time, as well as Fenghuang and what was the other one? Zhangjiajie, the quote-unquote Avatar Mountains. I have some videos from at least some of those trips on my YouTube channel. Maybe I'll post some links in the description for this video. I also have a China playlist with just tons of random videos. So if you're interested in just seeing sort of me documenting my experiences here, sometimes I just walk around and film random activities in different cities. Lots of times I walk around with my camera and take photographs. And so we're looking at the Longmen Grottoes. As I said, it's located in Luoyang, which is one of the 4 ancient capitals of China. Okay, Luoyang. It's located in the confluence area. I'm reading now, if you can't tell, in the confluence area of Low River and Yellow River in central China. It is a prefecture-level city in the western Henan province. It borders the provincial capital of Zhengzhou to the east, and there's some other cities that, who cares? If you want to know, you can look it up online. In 2010, the census indicated there was a population of about 6.5 million inhabitants, so a lot of people. Now, Zhengzhou, I went to Zhengzhou in 2009 because it was the capital city of Henan. And the reason I went there basically was because it was close to Shaolin Temple. Now, I didn't really have much awareness of Luoyang, but there's a lot to see there. White Horse Temple, Longmen Bridge, which was featured in some of the early photographs. It just seems like there were a ton of museums and all sorts of stuff to see there. And for the 2 or 2.5 days that I was there, I was able to see a bit, but not a whole lot. But I did do the Longmen Grottoes, which again we're looking at pictures at, which I just found really fascinating and really impressive. I like art, I like ancient history, and obviously it's combination of both. Luoyang is definitely a city I would like to revisit in the future when I have some time. I would probably rather go to Guilin or some other places again before I went to Luoyang again, but the fact that it's pretty close to Beijing, it's not, doesn't take as much time to get there. So I would love to go back and see more of the stuff I didn't see the first time. Now, Henan, the province it's located in, the name of the province means south of the river. Ha means river, and Nan means south. However, according to Wikipedia, although it means south of the river, approximately a quarter of the province lies north of the Yellow River, also known as the Huanghe. Huang is yellow, so Huanghe, Yellow River, Henan, south of the river. There you go. There's your Chinese lesson for the day. But over the years, I've asked a lot of people about Henan, and my impression is that they look down on it. They seem to sort of say, "Oh, it's poor. All the people there are petty thieves." A joke I've heard a couple times, at least I think it's a joke, is that Henan people steal the manhole covers, to the sewers from the streets. I'm not sure what they do with it, and again, I'm sure that's probably just a joke. But I'm kind of curious as to where this reputation comes from, and that's something I might have to research and try to figure that out, because I just don't know how it has that reputation. Maybe, again, it's just the fact that they don't make a lot of money, so sometimes people with money look down on people without money and just, ridicule them and insult them. So maybe that's it. I don't know. I really don't know. So let's see. Let's talk a little bit about the Longmen Grottoes, which we're looking at the pictures of. Longmen. Longmen means Dragon's Gate. Long, second tone, rising tone. Longmen, I'm probably saying it wrong. Long is dragon, min is gate. And then I think the full name would be Longmen Shirku, which would mean Shirku, I guess, is probably caves or grottos, whatever. Now let's do some reading. The Longmen Caves are one of the finest examples of Chinese Buddhist art, housing tens of thousands of statues of Buddha and his disciples. They are located about 7.5 miles south of present-day Luoyang in Henan. The images many once painted were carved as outside rock reliefs and inside artificial caves excavated from the limestone cliffs of the Shangshan and Longmen-shan mountains running east and west. The Yi River flows northward between them, and the area used to be called, if I'm saying this right, Yi Chui, which means the gate of the Yi River, apparently. The alternative name of Dragon's Gate Grottoes derives from the resemblance of the two hills that check the flow of the Yi River to the typical Chinese gate towers that once marked the entrance to Luoyang from the south. And hopefully these pictures are showing you that it's massive. There's just these artificial caves everywhere, and tons and tons and tons and tons of Buddhist statues carved into the rock, and it's brilliant. I just wonder how many people were involved in this project. How long did it take to complete? It's massive. I mean, I don't know how much time I spent there. Maybe 2 hours just walking around and photographing it. And there was just so much to see. It's really, you kind of have to be there, I guess, to fully appreciate it. And again, with these pictures, I hope I'm doing some justice of what it's like to be there, because it's really just massive and it's really impressive. And if you're in China and you have the opportunity to visit it, I really recommend it. A lot of people, Westerners that come to China, just seem to do a lot of cliche stuff. Go to Xi'an to see the terracotta warrior statues, go to the Great Wall, go to Shanghai, and that's all fine and good. But I think a lot of people overlook some of this stuff. Luoyang, I don't think maybe gets the credit it deserves. And, if you're interested in this sort of stuff, history and UNESCO World Heritage Sites, it's totally worth the visit. And it's not really that far from Beijing. It's very close to Shaolin Temple. I mean, you could, on a weekend, in the course of 2 days, see this area right here that's in the pictures, as well as Shaolin Temple. And then if you stay longer, there's still tons of museums and a couple temples and all sorts of stuff to see in Luoyang. Zhengzhou, I think, just has a museum. But I think there's another city in Henan, Kaifeng, that's worth seeing. Xi'an was good too. I won't say I preferred one more than the other. I think the fact that I'd been to Xi'an before, when I went back, it was less exciting. I mean, I still walked around the ancient wall. I still went and saw the terracotta warriors. But Luoyang to me just had a vibe. Just not just this. I'm just showing you this one place I visited, but the city as a whole had a really, really interesting vibe, and I would like to go back. Anyway, I think I'm running out of time and running out of photos, but I just wanted to make this video to share some of these pictures. I will be selling some of them as products on Zazzle.com. Check it out. Link in the description. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos. Take care.